Man, this COVID stuff, there's still some people. I see a lot of people here with masks in Mexico. They're obviously brainwashed. A lot of them watch their television. But I see they now have a COVID-19 store. You know, for the COVID-19.
COVID-19! COVID-19! I blow the wind of God! The wind of God!
Yeah, so you're allowed to go out now, but at the mall is your COVID-19 essentials store with all kinds of masks and hand spray.
COVID-19 Essentials, which probably should include those shoes, is a pop-up store in Aventura. Good timing, huh? Well, we checked in for a visit.
Of the times. COVID-19 Essentials is now open on the second floor of Aventura Mall.
Anything that's COVID-19 related, we have it.
The timing for a pop-up shop like this is pretty perfect. We are all trying to stay safe.
The demand was there. Everybody was kind of looking for masks and sanitizers and anything to do with COVID.
But before you even enter the store, you're scanned, like in a cool, high-tech way.
We partnered up with Kent Security for the thermal imaging camera that we have in the front that literally detects the heat of your body.
It even knows whether you're wearing a face mask.
Wow.
We know, right?
I never saw something like that. It was excited when I saw it, and then I started to say myself and see, wow, oh my God. I was excited about it.
This is a one-stop shop here, folks. They've got infrared thermometers, face shields, gloves, non-contact door openers, phone sterilizers, lots and lots of hand sanitizer, and of course, masks.
So I'll be looking forward to going to the COVID-19 Essentials store. And you know, this COVID is super, super dangerous. You know, they never talk about this stuff. But here's the actual deaths in the US from COVID, and we know that they're essentially lying about almost all of them. They say George Floyd died of COVID. Anyone who they say has COVID and dies, they say is COVID. And so we know these numbers are totally just lies. But even just looking at this, it basically peaked back in April and it's been going down. It's almost nothing now in June. But you wouldn't know that if you listened to the media, would you? And it's not like you shouldn't trust the government, right? Here's a story. The CDC's failed coronavirus tests, they were tainted with coronavirus. Yeah, the CDC's tests come with coronavirus. Nice. Some places are waking up. Here's an interesting one. I don't know who this guy is. Where's Lucy? Lucy. There's lots of things for her to check out around here. Lucy. Oh, there she is. Lucy. Lucy Vin. Yeah, sorry, just checking out some stuff. There's a nice little taco shop down there. They told me to wear a mask. I told them to get lost. But here's a guy in Australia. Like, this is like a reasonable opinion that's on the television programming. So they usually allow one or two in every country. So in the US, for example, like the left guy who they allow to say some true things is like Bill Maher. He actually came out and said, everyone should just get back to work. This is stupid.
You know, restaurants are open again, but too many are still afraid to go. We need someone to lead us back to a life not dominated by fear. And millennials, you have just the immune systems to do it. You know, the greatest generation wasn't great before World War II. The war made them great because they rose to the challenge. This is your challenge. And I'm not asking you to storm the beaches at Normandy. Just storm the beaches and the stores. Go to the mall and buy some pants. Remember pants. Be a hero just by living your best pre-corona life because you are the least likely to die from it. Can it get you? Yeah, of course, as so many other things that are still very unlikely can as well. I'm looking at you texting while driving.
And on the right side in the US is that he's on Fox. I forget his name. He's kind of like this nerdy looking guy. What's his name? I want to say Anderson Cooper, but it's not Anderson Cooper. He's on Fox. He wears like a bow tie, Tucker Carlson or something. So yeah, he's kind of like allowed to say a few things, but everyone else just basically has to repeat the propaganda. So here's one in Australia. Maybe this is the one that they allow to say a few true things in Australia, and it's a guy named Bolt.
This COVID is real, it's out there, and it has impacts on Queenslanders, and in this case we have lost another Queenslander today.
We should wait. I mean, just how much of a warning is this really, particularly to the young? How much does this death justify the severe lockdown still in Queensland? Now, as I said, the death is indeed a tragedy. But we've got to ask what in fact killed this man. Was it the virus? Or was it something else? Because here is Queensland Chief Health Officer.
He has a complicated medical history, and that also needs to be worked through. Unfortunately, we do see young people die from respiratory diseases all the time. Whether or not COVID-19 was the precipitating cause for his death, that is how we report it. Any person who dies who is infected with COVID-19, we declare it as a COVID-19 related death.
Well, that is very interesting. So this man had other serious health issues, and we don't actually know if it was the virus that killed him. Now, more importantly, as you heard, any person who dies and has the virus, that is called a COVID-19 death, even if it wasn't even the virus itself that killed them. And this is important when we're trying to work out exactly how dangerous this virus really is and to whom. You see, half our dead were aged 80 or older. Many had underlying health issues. In fact, 3 of the dead were in a cancer ward in Melbourne. Death number 100 was a 93-year-old with dementia in a nursing home. So we have to really ask how correct it is to say that all of our 103 deaths so far were caused by the virus. And it's the same question wherever you look. In the United States, 43% of virus deaths, by one count, have been in nursing homes and assisted living facilities. 43%. And again, how big a factor was the virus? She said, if you go out to the community and say, this is so bad, we can't even have schools, all schools have got to be closed, well, you are really getting to people. So sometimes it's more than just the science and the health, it's about the messaging. So we have to wonder, were schools then closed simply to send a message? Is that what that was about? Is that why golf was also banned? Send a message? And I now wonder why Queensland's borders are shut to tourists. Is that simply to send a message as well? What is the reasoning, really? Well, maybe the borders were closed just to let the Premier pose like the saviour of the state. I'm not sure I trust that many people anymore to tell us the plain, calm, straight truth.
Meanwhile, the New England Journal of Medicine has actually come out along with the editors of The Lancet and said that they actually get pressured massively by financially powerful pharmaceutical companies, which that's obviously what's going on, but they're actually coming out and saying that now. And they said that in relation to what they say was a total lie by the pharmaceutical companies about some supposed COVID cure or medicine. I'm not sure, whatever it was. But that's interesting that they're coming out and saying that. That's something we've known. Like everything that a lot of these people are saying is stuff that we've already known.